Usually you can see them as bowls. I have two bowls here. Or like the tops of mountains, crests. All right, so these are what we're looking for when you're talking about relative extrema. And it asks us for the x coordinate of any relative extrema. In this first one, number 1, there is no change such that we have a relative extrema. It doesn't happen here. So we'll have to stay tuned. Number 2 is going to demonstrate some relative extrema. End behavior can be done. End behavior is, what is it happening at the end of the graph? Once they die out, we can't lose any more. So I was implying we have this flat line at the end. So 6 is going to say, hopefully you can still see 6 all the way to the bottom of the board here. 6 is, end behavior is constant. I told you the end behavior is going to be decreasing, increasing, or constant. So we have this. Number 2 is about the stock price. So hopefully y'all bought a bunch of these and then it goes skyrocketing. Hopefully you did not buy them and then it dropped on you though. All right, so stock price is the title of this one. Our x coordinate is the time since opening bell. We're in hours. So this looks like 6 hours into the day of a stock market. And then on the top we got price variation. How's the price changing over the time? So let's cruise. Again, we're looking for this 6 different things again. Oh my goodness. Where's it positive? This function it starts off negative. Look, it went down below the ground right away. It is negative, 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 negative. We reached the ground again and broke the surface. So this location right there, it's not a pure value. It looks like it's not right at 5, it's a little after. To keep it simple though, I'm just gonna call it 5, even though it looks like it's a little after 5. So from 5 and on, I'm positive. So positive when x is greater than 5. Whereas in negative, it starts going negative right away at 0 until 5. I'm going to have to write smaller on these next ones. Let's see, where is the function increasing? Starts increasing right here, actually. And it stops increasing right here. So count those off. We can identify that as 3 when it starts, 6 when it ends. Increases when x is equal to 3 to 6. 4 is the decreasing interval, and that starts from 0 to 3. Relative extrema. Relative extrema, that one's very extreme. 3. End behavior, flat. So you can say it's flat or constant. Taking the time to go over all these very slowly because there's 6 at the end of this where y'all get to do it for your own homeworks. So if I'm going too slow for you, feel free to smash through them, okay? I'm going slow just to make sure everyone has the basics down. Number 3, the final one on the page, average gasoline price. This is something my parents laugh at me about, by the way, because they had this nice, gentle price a while ago. Since '87. Mr. Bell was born in '85, so this is basically the price of gas until I got to drive. Once I started driving, look what happens to the price of the gas. Not fair. And then it's even more unfair for y'all. Look, it's already skyrocketing when you're starting to drive. Because let's see, after '87, 30 years, 17. So that's the data from 5-6 years ago. It's even worse now. Well, it's okay. Let's identify the things we're looking for with this. Let's just forget about how much gas costs, because that's a little depressing. The first identifying thing I need to do is, where is this function positive? So when does it ever go into the ground? There's the ground down here. The function never touches the ground. That would mean they were giving the gas away. Or that would mean they were paying us to take their gas. So hopefully they're smart business and they don't do that. So luckily, okay, they're a smart business. They're not trying to lose money. So it's always positive. So positive from X once it's greater than 0. No problem. When's it negative? Nunca! It's always positive. Nunca means never if you do not speak Spanish. I will write the word never. Okay, next up is the decreasing, or the increasing and the decreasing intervals. So if I look really closely, it seems the price went up and then it went a little bit down. If you look real close, look really close, there's like a little hump, maybe at 4, x equals 4, and then there's another one here over maybe close to 10. See how it's barely going downward during that interval? I'm still gonna count it. Still gonna count it. So my increasing interval is from 0 to 4. And then also, once it hits I'm gonna call that 10. Once it hits the 10-year, it always increases. So then 10 to infinity. To infinity because my function tells me it goes that far with the continuation arrow. Oh man, that's a lot of dollars on gas though. All right, so from 4, it's the value in the middle of this where it's decreasing from 4 years to almost 10 years. So X decreases from 4 to 10. Our extrema are these black partitions. They're the regions where we switch from positive to negative, or from increasing to decreasing, I should say, sorry. Not positive or negative. From increasing to decreasing. So those x coordinates of the extrema are x equals 4 and x equals 10. End behavior of the graph is, what do we do on the far right side? It's increasing, it's rising, it's gaining. Any of these words work to describe what's going on at the end?